Right now, animal rescue teams are working overtime in Southern California, trying to save as many pets as they can after flames ravage the area. Many shelters are overrun, sometimes by 5 times their capacity. Medical teams are treating pets with burns to their paws, skin, and whiskers. A sad road ahead for these injured animals.
My heart goes out to all the families that have lost their houses and their fur friends. So I'm trying to do the best that I can do to help them reunite them.
We're also very aware that thousands of people's homes are no longer there, and that's got to impact a lot of the pets who are in our care right now.
As you can see, we're hearing many Californians are going from shelter to shelter, trying to reunite with their pets. Shelters say they're trying to get their websites updated as soon as possible with the most updated information.
Yeah, viewers who watch The 4 on Fridays have met Kerry D'Amato before. She's the executive director of Pet Haven, which is a great animal rescue here in Minnesota. It's great to see you, and you brought in Luna, a cat from your rescue.
Yes.
Hi, Luna. Okay, so the situation in California is so hard to watch, and you are no stranger, though, to the aspect of lost pets. We've seen so many signs, people looking for their missing dog or cat. You are a big supporter of microchipping for that reason. Tell us more about that.
Very much so. Microchipping is really the only surefire way that you're going to get your pet back. Collars with IDs are very important because that is the first thing that somebody will see. A pet that is displaced or lost, they'll see that collar, but collars come off. So you need to have that microchip. That microchip is registered to you. If a pet shows up at a shelter, they're going to be scanned right away, and they'll be able to get that pet home to you quicker.
Yeah, when there's an evacuation, you know, people are grabbing what they need to get for themselves, for their families, but there's also sort of steps to take for your pet. So what are the things that people need to keep in mind if something like this occurs for them?
Absolutely. Well, when disaster hits, we go into crisis mode and we get panicked, and our pets feel that. And so one of the best things that we can do is be prepared. Keep carriers out where the pets feel comfortable going into those carriers. Have leashes readily available. Be able to have a kit to be able to leave the house, to have food for your pets. And then also trying to be as calm as you possibly can in these situations where you need to quickly evacuate, because your pets are going to feel that stress.
Yeah, even a house fire here in Minnesota that could happen at any time. If you are on the other side and you find a lost pet, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, that's really important. If you find a lost pet, first line of defense is to take them either to a municipal shelter, a rescue that offers scanning services, or a veterinary clinic to see if they have a microchip. If they don't have a microchip, we have wonderful resources online and with social media. There's a Paw Boost, there's lost pet sites on Facebook and other social media sites. Post there, post pictures, get it out right away. Timing is everything. Quick action is everything.
We saw in the report that some of these shelters have 5 times their capacity. And you were explaining to me that it wouldn't be a surprise for something like that to happen here in Minnesota, because what is sort of the statewide response, if at all, to something like this happening for pets?
Right. Well, you know, we may not have fires or hurricanes in Minnesota, but we certainly do have weather-related disasters. And we need to be proactive about these disasters. No one shelter can burden, you know, potentially thousands of displaced pets. So we need to have a statewide task force in place to be able to help these pets network between municipals and rescues, and be able to have a safe landing place for pets where they can have some time for their family members to find them.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the images from California, we keep going back to it, but so many people are watching right now. Looking at the work that is being done, these are, you know, not necessarily state organizations. They're private shelters like yours that are working through this right now. You feel for them.
Absolutely. You know, and as individuals, one of the things that we can do is we can sign up to foster. We can sign up to be emergency fosters in situations like this. We can ask our local municipals, do they have a plan and how can I help? And that's really important.
Yeah. Where can people learn more about the work at Pet Haven if they want to get involved, or maybe take home someone like Luna?
Yeah, you can go to our website, pethavenmn.org, and find out all about us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So great to see you. Luna, nice to meet you. Good work.